Hey guys, welcome to the shop. We've got a fun little project that I want to get done today. It's this nifty little Voyager for a friend of mine named Robert, and we're going to, hopefully he doesn't mind, we're going to take off all this Japanning and get this looking really nice. We're going to have to sharpen it anyway, so some of that's going to come off, but let me bring you down here on the bench and show you what we got. So we wanted to use this ironwood. It's desert ironwood. It's a very dense wood. I mean, you can even feel it. It is heavy, heavy stuff. The one thing that I'm concerned about is that hickory is very flexible. And this is going to be the handle, and up here's where the eye is going to go in here. Going to go into the eye. The wood is going to match up in there. I don't know if you call that the tongue or what that is. But I don't think this wood's going to flex very much, so we need to get this milled out and shaped up so that it fits almost perfectly in there, because I really don't want to be making this flex too much. But I think it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful handle and a wonderful little project. So let's go clean this up. I also want to put it in the evaporust to get the eye cleaned out really well. So let's go get that done. Alright, this is what we have so far on this head, and I've tried to get all of the rust off. There's a little bit of pitting, but it's really polished up nice. I've used these conditioning belts. This is the finer one, and I've gone down through the coarse, the medium, and then the fine, just touching this all up, and then I have taken it over to the polishing. The angle grinder has some polishing bits, and I'm going to take you over there and let's go take a look at what that is. All right, now I've been going through and touching this all up. I have these angle grinder pads, and this is like it's not rubber, but it's a soft compound with pumice in it. This one here is a 400 grit. I started with the 400 grit, went to 600 grit, and now I'm going to use the lamb's wool with this very fine rouge, and we will dress up this bit and the pole here on this little hatchet and be ready to put it on the handle. So let's jump into this and see how this comes out with this stuff. There we go. Isn't that just immaculate? I love it. Turned out beautifully. This this handle I epoxied, and I'll tell you all about that later, but for right now we've got a really nice little shine on that bit, and here on the pole we can see that nicely. The eye came out really nice. Everything is just, I was really pleased with how this looks. So normally I don't epoxy handles like this, and I'll tell you the reason I did it was because this is a burl desert ironwood. So if you know what a burl is, it's actually an anomaly on a tree. It's not really supposed to be there. There's some kind of a damage, and it keeps trying to fix itself, and it creates this big burl. The beauty of it is when you cut it open, it has this gorgeous marbled look to it. And so this is a project for Robert, and Robert had asked me to, he had bought and paid extra for this wood. I had never used it before. It seemed to shape and work very well, and I didn't have any problems until I went to hang the head. And it didn't take a whole lot when I tapped on this to drive the eye into the tongue into the eye, that this snapped. This handle has broken on me twice. I'll challenge you to try to find where the breaks are. I used my 2P10 super glue and was able to glue it back together. When it happened, I was just sick. I was like, oh my word. And I didn't know what to do. And the problem is that this is marbled. The grain is not straight. Now, from what I understand, regular desert ironwood is a straight grain, so probably would work better. But because this is a burl, it is all marbled, and I had a break that went through the handle here, and I broke off this pommel down here, the palm swell. And I was able to fix them, and I thought to myself, why not go ahead and coat this in epoxy? So I put 3 coats of epoxy, giving a light sanding between each coat, and it just turned out to be this beautiful deep luster. And so I'll bring you down here and let's take a little closer look at the actual handle. So this is the Norlund Voyager, and a nice sharp edge on there, and a nice little shine on the bit. But just take a look. Now, I'm going to see if I can't get rid of that light on there. Just take a look at this marbled wood. It is just beautiful. And like I said, I'll challenge you to try to find those breaks. You might be able to see them if you know what you're looking for. But I talked to Robert, and he recognized the limitations of this wood, but he was very gracious about it and recognized that it's probably not the ideal kind of wood to use for a project like this. But he said, go ahead and do it. He said he wanted it as a collectible. And so I went ahead and cleaned this up for him. Just beautiful. So here we have our final product, the Norlund Voyager with the ironwood handle on it. So guys, what do you think? Was this the best way to do this project? I'll have to advise, this is probably not the best kind of wood. And like I said, if you can get the straight grain wood, that would probably work better. But if this is so brittle, it's hard like diamond, but very brittle as well. So let me know in the comments if you'd had a better solution than this, if you like the epoxy, or if you think it should have been done a little differently. I was very pleased. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and the handle feels great in the hand. It is nice. We've got a nice decent palm swell here, and the shape of it just is really nice. He wanted it to be a little bit thicker, than the handle he sent with it, and I was able to get it so that it was a little thicker in the hand. It should be more comfortable. He has large hands, and so he wanted this handle to be hand filling, and I think we accomplished that. So guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments if there's a better way to do this. Let me know if you've ever done anything like this and what you learned from it. So thank you so much for joining me on this. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. If you know somebody else that might enjoy this kind of content of putting together these beautiful tools, giving them new life, send them the link. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and that bell notification, and whenever we put up videos, you'll be notified, be able to come visit me again here in the shop. So, as always, here's to you. Have a great day, and God bless.